Sasha was a beautiful girl with no ambition. She was always surrounded by the same carefree, unmotivated friends. Her life was all about fun, never about effort. But when Sasha started studying, everything changed. At first, her friends laughed at her. You get into a top university. Yeah, right. But after a while, their laughter turned into surprise. They started noticing her notebooks, filled with notes, every page carefully written. Then, one day at a gathering, they all Saturday her down and said, "We don't want to hang out with you anymore." Sasha asked, "Do you guys hate me now?" But they all shook their heads. They didn't want to distract her from studying. They didn't want to ruin this insanely cool determination of hers. One of them even admitted, "We're starting to think maybe we should find a goal for ourselves too." They no longer cared whether it was possible. Even if it wasn't, they wanted to support her. Sasha's father, who had always looked down on her, was no different in the beginning. He scoffed at her dreams, saying, "I won't waste a single penny on this stupid idea." But months later, something changed. One day, he noticed her walls were covered, top to bottom, with study notes. For the first time, he was speechless. That night, Sasha came home holding her mock exam results. Her little brother read them out loud, top scores. For the first time ever, their father picked up his daughter's report card. On the day of the big exam, the snow was heavy, and the roads were a mess. Her father rushed home to drive her to the test center. In the car, he finally spoke. "I think I've been wrong this whole time. Right now, you're the hope of this family." But Sasha didn't forgive him just because of a few nice words. Frustrated, she shot back, "You ignored me for years. What's the point of saying this now?" Her father didn't argue. Instead, he suddenly pulled over. Sasha thought he was mad at her for talking back, but to her surprise, he stepped out of the car, grabbed a shovel, and started helping a stranger stuck in the snow. Watching him, Sasha realized something. Her father had misjudged her all these years, but maybe, just maybe, she had misjudged him too. As she walked toward the exam hall, her father jumped out of the car, shouting at the top of his lungs, "You got this." And in the end, the so-called pretty airhead with no future got into a top university.